Chosen vessels, did you know the source that resides in you is great enough to accomplish all things? Whether you know it or not, there's no God out in the sky. There's a God that resides in you. You have a connection, direct connection to Him. And the only way that you are going to experience God is in you and through you and as you. There's only a God in you, okay? We experience God in us. When you look up to the clouds, the clouds aren't going to be able to do anything for you. And I don't mean that there's no God at all. I just meant that to shock you so that you would know that God is in you. A cloud is not going to do anything for you. A blue sky is not going to do anything for you. A sun is just going to do what the sun does. When you look for God, you look within. When you look for God, you look on the inside of you. When you look for God, you look inside of the person that you see when you look in the mirror. That's how you find God. And when you do that, when you find God, you know that that is the source that's going to help you accomplish anything that you need in life. You can call on that source. That's what you're supposed to be praying to. When you want your prayers answered, that's what you pray to. You want to get your prayer answered, you pray to the source in you. You pray to the peace of God in you. God has put Himself in each and every one of us. If we pray to the God inside of us instead of praying to a cloud, you will get your prayer answered. You will experience God in this lifetime. You will know that God is real and God is in each and every one of us. And there's no more real statement than that. It doesn't get realer than that. Anything you want to accomplish, anything you desire to be, do, or have, that source inside of you is going to help you get it done. That God in you is going to help you get it done. Listen to me when I'm telling you this. God in you is more than able to help you put food on your table. God in you is more than able to help you have shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, looking nice, feeling good, a nice home. You don't have to turn to her. You don't have to turn to him. If you seek him first, okay? Seek God first. Seek the God in you, okay? And he shall give you all things. Seek the God in you and you shall get all things. The God in you is going to help you get those things. The God in you is going to help you make that dream happen. The God in you is going to make you strong enough, smart enough, wise enough. Okay? There's such a thing called infinite intelligence. God is connected to that infinite intelligence. God is infinite intelligence. And the universe, okay, that we are all connected in, that we are all in, which God uses, okay, God uses is his universe. It belongs to God. There's nothing to be afraid of when you talk about the universe. It's his. He created it, okay? He made it. We're allowed to use his creation for our betterment, okay? You turn to God, all right? You have God in you. You have the universe in you, okay? Whenever you need answers, you turn to the inside. Whenever you need something you need to know, you turn to the God in you. God in you is more than able to give you all the information that you need for whatever it is you need to do. Okay? That God that makes miracles happen, that God that does the incredible, that God that does the impossible, that God is in you. You have that in you. If you didn't know, ooh, I'm so glad I could tell you today. You have that God in you, brother. You have that God in you, sister. That God that you've been praying to all your life, that God is in you. Pray to the God in you. There's no power outside of yourself. Okay? That Bible verse that says, I am God and I stand alone. There are none beside me. That God in you is that God that stands alone and there are none beside him. That God in you, there's nothing besides that. If you worship anything besides the God in you, you're doing idolatry. Okay? False gods. You are God and you stand alone. God resides in you. He stands alone. There's no other power besides you except God. God is the only power in you, moving in you, through you, and as you. It woke you up this morning. And it's the same thing in you that goes to sleep when you go to sleep at night, and it takes you out into the dreamland, into the thought realm, into the spiritual realm. Okay? You have the presence and the power of God in you. When you feel God, what do you think that is? When you feel good, what do you think that is? That is the power of God in you. That's God's presence in you. Okay? You should be able to feel God in you, moving in you. When you work on that dream, call God out. God, work on this with me. God in me, help me complete this. God in me, help me achieve this. This is how you get things done. This is how you put God in action. Working on those dreams, working on those goals. That's putting God in action. Pray about it and then do it. God put the spirit in you. He put his own spirit in you. You have God in you, okay? You're not God, but it's okay to say, I am God, okay? You're not saying your name. You're not saying that you is God. Like, say your name is Frank. You're not saying Frank is God, but it's okay to say, I am God. You are one with God. There's nothing wrong with that. I and the Father are one. How many times is that in the Bible? How many times did Jesus say that? How many times was Jesus trying to let us know that we had God in us? You can do what I did and greater. Greater is he that is in me. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. That's talking about the he that is in the world is your flesh, is you. The he that is in you, that is the God in you. That is the God in you. We have God in us, y'all. We could perform miracles. We could heal people. We could make things happen. We could turn water to wine. We could turn stones to bread. We could do the unthinkable. We could do the impossible. According to your belief, so be it unto you. What do you think that Matrix movie was about? What do you think they kept calling him Neo for? Neo, Neo. What's Neo backwards? One, the one. You are the one, Neo. And there's nothing profound about that. They told you that in the movie, but still, whatever he believed, he was able to do. When he believed, he was able to do it. When he didn't believe, he couldn't do it. They dropped some bombs on y'all in these movies. God put it on my spirit today to speak about this. Go back and watch the movie The Matrix. Whatever you see yourself being able to do, you can do. Well, however much God power you think you have, that's how much God power you have. Whatever you think is possible for you in your life and your amount of God power, that's what's possible for you. All you have to do is believe it. You can create anything you want. People are creating, they're making wild things each and every day. How do you think Elon Musk comes up with all the stuff he comes with? Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. They know these things. They know that there's an infinite source of intelligence that we're all connected to that will give you any answer to any question. Okay? How do you think these people write all these blueprints out? They tell their subconscious mind, they tell the God in them to give them an answer. They go to sleep and then their mind starts working on that. Your mind is more powerful for you than when you're asleep and when you're awake. Your mind is doing more for you than when you're asleep and when you're awake. And I have to do more of this myself. And I know I'm going to be doing more of this because I've been doing visualization techniques and all the stuff that I desired, all the stuff that I wanted. I don't even want it as bad anymore because I already see and feel myself as having it. I already see myself as the one who has it. I already think about myself as the one who has it, who's capable of completing and achieving anything that I want. And I see that as possible. I always have, and I always will. I've always been aware of the power and presence of God in me. May not have used it to my full ability, but now I'm on fire and I'm ready. And it's being used to its full accountability. I hold myself accountable. I have God in me and I can make happen whatever I want happen, and I do that. I make happen whatever I want to happen. I can manifest whatever I want to manifest, and I will, because all my desires are manifesting right now. This is the mindset you have to have. This is the strength you have to draw from the power and the presence of God in you. Let the weak say, I am strong. How can you be weak if you have the presence and power of God in you? How can you have fear if you have the power and presence of God in you? How could you be sick? How could you be unhealthy? How could you be down in the dumps, depressed, sad? You have God in you. If you don't know that, now you know. Nothing ever to be sad about. Nothing ever can get you down. Why? Because you're the king or you're the queen with the crown. Because you have presence of God in you, and he'll always be around. The power and presence of God will never leave you or forsake you. I will never leave you or forsake you. You guys hear what I'm saying here today? I will never leave you nor forsake you. You have God in you. It's not going anywhere. The presence of God will never leave you. God, you are always in the presence of God. Okay, you may forget, you may not know, you may have lost your awareness. Nobody may ever told you, but you're always in the presence of God. Always. Because you have God in you. Your spirit, that's God in you. Use that. Be aware of that. Tap into that. Strengthen it. Nourish it. Make it grow. Be aware of it. Okay, talk to it. Talk to God. Talking to yourself is talking to God, y'all. Those crazy people, you're not crazy. Some people may have conditions that, but no one's ever told them that they can get out. A condition is just something in the mind that the person's mind is not aware of that they could change. But you're not crazy when you talk to yourself. You're talking to the God in you. You're talking to the presence and power of God in you. Who do y'all think God is? It's you. You have God in you. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, he's saying that he's saying that people are God. He's saying that he's God. I am God, and so are you. That's all they were saying. We have God in us, okay? You have God in us. You and the Father are one. Thank you for watching this video. Be encouraged. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid about, okay? A cloud's not going to do anything for you, but the power and the presence of the Creator in you that made Jesus, that made the sun, moon, stars, and everything is within you. Be strong. Be powerful. Be courageous. Have no fear. Jesus said you can do what he did and greater. Live on that. Walk on that. Speak on that. Believe that. Whenever you doubt yourself, you will never doubt yourself again. I want to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, that share button, and that subscribe button. And you guys already know. I'll see you all in the next video. It's been real.